I'm ready to go. Are you ready to go?
Yes, Dino, I am ready to go. That was the summer.
That was, yeah.
That was
and one of us has died.
One of us has died.
Yeah, Nathan's
He hasn't
partied
died,
too
folks.
hard this summer. Yeah, and he's now ill.
Yeah, it's just the two of us today. Maybe we can have a cardboard cutout.
That's what he said this
Nathan.
morning. Is like, how am I supposed to put that together with 3 hours' notice?
Or maybe something, one of those pictures of Jabba the Hutt or something that you can graphically put on there or something like that.
Make that look like Nathan.
Yeah, just put a haircut on it and you're away. But yeah, hopefully Nathan will get better soon. Obviously, he can't take his beer. We know that.
Yeah.
But it's been a very busy summer, Dean.
Yeah, we've been doing loads of stuff.
Tell us about Wokingham Festival.
Yeah, it went really well in the end. All 42 acts did an incredible performance throughout the weekend. It was really busy.
I think already Dino's underselling himself. Dino ran it. He was doing the tickets when we arrived.
Yeah.
He was doing the beer when I went for a beer. Was there anything you didn't do? Did you flush out the toilets?
I cleaned the toilets.
You cleaned the toilets?
Yeah. I don't think there's anything I didn't do apart from make any food.
But, I have to give you a pat on the back, Dean, because
Thank you very much.
for everybody who's a regular of the Wigwam Jam podcast, Dean from Generation Studio did a fantastic job. How many bands?
42.
42.
Yeah. It was
A mixture
busy.
of new and established.
Yeah, a couple of covers, a couple of tribute bands. But yeah, it's a really good variety.
Who did you enjoy the most?
So I think Moon Age for me, the Bowie tribute, were amazing on the Sunday.
He was good, wasn't he?
Yeah.
How he could fit into that catsuit is beyond me. Fair play to him. But he did sound a lot like David Bowie.
Yeah.
He had the moves.
Yeah, great outfit, put on a show.
Yeah. No, I did like it. I made a few new bands to me.
Mm-hmm.
That was good. One Eyed Man was great.
Yeah.
As per,
I was about to say he got lucky with the weather because it pissed it down with rain and everyone went in the tent. But I think the tent would have been busy for him anyway.
No, it was. It was true. Everybody ran into the tent just as he was starting. But he was excellent. A band, I think, the Ariston, they were good.
The Ariston,
I never heard of them before. They were pretty decent.
Yeah, they're Wickham based, I think, or Guildford or somewhere over that way.
It was a fantastic weekend, and so onwards and upwards for 2024.
Yeah, we're already getting applications through for people to play.
Is it open?
I've not even asked anyone yet.
All right, yeah, fair play. No, but it shows that it was a success, and it was a success. Fun for all the family, lots of great beer, great food, great entertainment. What more do you want? I had a flat tire, mind.
That's not my fault.
Well, but nevertheless, it was brilliant. We all enjoyed it. So good. Looking forward to next year. What we got on tonight, Dean?
Well, we've got another 4 acts and then one coming in a bit. 5 acts. 5 acts today.
And who's coming in?
We've got Holiday, Emma and the Fragments.
That's right. Paul Ewan.
Yeah.
And coming into the studio is Bone Idol. What a great name for the band that is. Very young lads from the local area.
I've not heard of them before. So
they're really good. Yeah, another indie rock band, but very good. For their age, considering. Yeah, no, we've been featuring them all year. They're fantastic, I have to say. So I tell you who I think we should have first tonight is Paul Ewan.
Okay, let's start with that one.
Paul Ewan is he's been on Wigwam for a number of years, and about 3 years ago, he won the. He came second place, I think, in best male or something like that. I forget now. It's off the top of my head. But he's brilliant. He's a solo artist, but he plays guitar, he plays synth, and a few more besides. And he's different, and he's very distinctive as well. He has an eye patch on as well. And but he had a brilliant song on Wigwam a few years ago. I think this was it. I think he came second or third in best song of the year with "Returning Red." So let's kick off with that. It's from a couple of years ago, but it's a brilliant song by Paul Ewan. Here's "Returning Red."
So I lean into my darkness. I touch the trauma with the tips of my fingers. Under this light, how can I see? The shadows are shifting, inviting me in. You were can you hold my soul, my memories, this face in the mirror, face of my nightmare, lost and corrupted. You were there, you were there, suffocating, suffering. I hold my hands. I'll be watching, and I'll be waiting for you. I'm returning to my fear. It's
So another good thing about Paul Ewan, that was Paul Ewan and Return in Red, of course, fantastic track. He is going to be playing, fingers crossed anyway, things are always subject to change, but he's going to be playing at our next Wigwam Jam live event. And we'll come onto that later, we'll tell you about the one that we just had, but Paul Ewan's going to be playing at the next Wigwam Jam live, and he brought out an album last year, another fantastic album. So this one's called Control. Here's Paul Ewan
nice.
again.
It disappears when I face the fear. I'm still here. I have control.
So Dino, we just had a fantastic event, the very much anticipated Wigwam Jam live. We've had a few live events over the last year or so, but this was our first, let's say, independent one at the Bedford, choice venue. You were there. What did you think?
It was amazing, yeah. I'd not heard of, half of the acts before. I know we featured Halo and, there's one other. Who was the
JJ Lovegrove.
That's the one, yeah. We've featured them before, I think. But Emma and the Fragments, not heard of before. They were amazing.
Yeah, they've been at it a while, Emma and the Fragments. So, they won the best indie act a couple of years ago on Wigwam, so we obviously know about them. And they're a four-piece, female-fronted four-piece, and they've been going quite a while. I was really surprised they didn't look old enough, to be honest with you. And it was their first time playing at the Bedford, We also had Holiday as well. They were headlining. We'll play them tonight as well. But I suppose we should go into Emma and the Fragments next, shouldn't we? They were a great live band.
Great show, great energy. Sort of threw in a Wet Leg cover, which is really cool.
That's true. I'm not a big fan of Wet Leg, mind. It's a bit nursery rhymish for me.
Do you think?
Yeah. What am I missing? Am I just too old?
I was about to say it might be an age thing.
Yeah. Well, I remember, sort of female punk in the 70s and 80s. Not so much the 70s. I'm a bit young for that, but yeah, I'm not. It's not so cutting edge. It's not been done before.
Yeah,
but
just sort of slight modern twists, bit of synthy production-y stuff in the background.
I'll take your word for it. But fair's fair. Each to their own. I've learned that over the years. That's for sure. But Emma and the Fragments did a Wet Leg cover. You're right. And as I say, they were best act a couple of years ago, best indie act, and they were fantastic live, weren't they? They gave us actually earlier this year. They gave us a world exclusive, their new track. I think we should play that now.
Yeah, sounds good.
It's called Bizarre Blood. Here's Emma and the Fragments.
Shell-shocked adolescent, silent alarm bells, trapped and isolated, unseen wounds fester. Beneath the blurry surface, anxiety and loneliness entwine. Bizarre
So that was Bizarre Blood by Emma and the Fragments. We got another track by him. Can you remember what it's called?
Part of the Wildlife.
You're the man. He's the man. Now, when we were watching them live, because we hadn't seen them live before, Emma, obviously the lead singer, she reminded me of Claire Grogan from Altered Images. And that's going back a few years. But
am I supposed to know who that is?
Blokes of my age certainly do. And anyway,
again, it's because you're old.
Yeah, probably, but we bring so much education to you youngsters, and so shall we listen to Part of the Wildlife?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Green-eyed
poke fun at Nathan again?
Yeah, we definitely should. It's his 6-day hangover. Are we 6 days? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Nathan's got a 5-day hangover. He's not ill, he's got a 5-day hangover.
It's disgraceful. It's disgraceful. So, Dean, we went to see a gig last Saturday. Well, you were working.
Yeah, I was working all day, as always, yeah.
It was a great gig, though.
Yeah.
Tell us who was there.
Well, it was Third Lung, headlined Brewdog in Reading, so it's the first time they've ever done a live event up there.
The Brewdog pub in Reading,
Yeah. It's a great space up. That upstairs function room is brilliant.
Watch this space, folks, I think.
Yeah, I think, we need to have a meeting with the manager, but...
Free publicity, I think.
Yeah.
I think I'm even wearing my
Oh,
Brewdog
nice.
t-shirt under there. Just pure
Thank God you've actually got a t-shirt on.
pure coincidence. But yeah, so we watched Third Lung were there.
Yeah, we had Louis and the Shakes and who ate all the crayons, sold the show out. It was incredible.
Yeah, it was a great night.
Yeah.
And because it's in the Brewdog, we all got plastered. Because it's
Some
about
of us got plastered.
7% of beer. You know, so, so ironically, Nathan was there and he doesn't drink beer. He was
drinking beer?
No, he wasn't. He was
Double vodka, ginger ale.
that's right, double vodka
a
and ginger ale.
ale.
And
Yeah.
yeah.
And then we went out to Playlist Live afterwards, which was also a lot of fun.
We did, and So he's on a 5-day hangover.
So.
He's not sick at all.
He's had a bit of a cough for a while, but
Yeah,
we can definitely blame, because he's not here. We can blame the alcohol.
he's just getting old.
Yeah,
But that was a great night. That was a great
show,
night.
Yeah, great bands. Yeah,
Who have we got next? Now, if I remember rightly, at Wokingham Festival, there was a great solo artist that I'd never heard of. I think we're going to feature him, right?
Michael Burns-Peake opened the main stage on the Saturday.
So where's he from then?
He's I think he is Wokingham based. It's nice and local.
He's got a cracking voice.
He's brilliant. So I met him 2 years ago when he played the festival in the tent, and it just made sense really, just to, with the last 2 singles he's brought out, which we're going to play in a second, it just made sense to put him on the main stage.
So which one are we going to have first?
Let's start with 23.
23 by
Michael Burns-Peake.
Michael Burns-Peake.
Hello, it's me again. I'm starting to think that we should not be friends anymore. Hello and thank you so much, 'cause you've made my day a little worse than before. And I think it's fine to say I don't care what I say to you. I know you do. I don't care what you think of me. If I left it all behind to make it, would you be alright? Will you stand by my side? If I roll down my window just to make it, what do you see? My dreams can't die at 23. A perfect morning for the end of it all, and I start to think about our time. Wasted moments, 'cause I'm never alone. And 2020 really shafted me this time. I don't care what I say to you, I know you do. I don't care what you think of me. God, I just need you so much. I don't care what you think I am. Do you know how hard it is to write a song when the day's so long? If I left it all behind to make it, would you be alright? Will you stand by my side? If I roll down my window just to make it, what do you see? My dreams can't die at 23. Oh no.
So that was 23 by Michael Burns-Peake.
Like that.
I've recently recorded a track with him as well.
Have you?
Well, yeah, I've got to finish it, but it's
What, a duet or?
it's a full band production thing, kind of a bit 1975 influenced.
What, are you playing guitar? Or?
I just produced it.
Just produced
Yeah.
it. Oh, when's that out?
Well, I've got to finish it first. That's the thing. So,
So that's not the one we're going to play.
no, that's not the one we're going to play next.
Okay. So as you say, he's in university in Brighton.
Yeah.
Fair play to him. What's he studying? You know.
Some kind of music businessy type course.
Well, there's never enough of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything that can make some artists some money.
Yeah.
Then
And understand the industry a
fair
bit
play.
better.
Yeah, absolutely.
So people taking advantage of them and signing contracts that they shouldn't be.
Well, that reminds me of something, actually. You just led me on to something which I absolutely forgotten all about. You know, we got the awards coming up. We've
Yeah.
mentioned that before. I
Yeah.
don't need to go into detail on that. But we have a networking event as well. So we are inviting people who are industry types, but people that we trust industry types, plus obviously artists who are going to be there for the awards and the pre-show party. It's going to be a great event, and I have to give a shout out to our content executive Elle for coming up with the idea. But we're looking forward to that, and we're gonna make sure that we have people that can give artists a good bit of advice, rather than just saying give us all your money. So anyway.
Is that going to be like in
the
the afternoon beforehand or something?
It is. It's we got the pre-show party on the Wednesday, the 24th of January, and then obviously the awards is the following night.
Yeah.
But in between, in the daytime, we're having a sort of networking brunch.
Nice.
So yeah,
Very cool.
yeah, always looking for sponsors as well. But anyway, no, it's all going very well. We can't wait, and we want to provide a bit of value to the industry for our artists. Simple as that.
Yeah.
So what we got next, Dean?
We're going to do one more track from Michael Burns-Peake, and this one's called Miss Me.
Wake up, it's just a dream. I can't believe you need some time away from me. I need some space, I need to breathe. I can't remember what you said. So seldom were we making sense. Collecting up your bottle debts. Just sell them off and start again. And I still remember how you let me drive away. And I can't forget your face. Here I still recall you screaming out my name. No, I can't forget your taste. I'm throwing out the shit you left. It's out my flight, you're out my head. You're out of sight and out of mind. But I still think of you sometimes. And I still remember how you let me drive away. No, I can't forget your face. And I still recall you screaming out my name. No, I can't forget your taste. And I've just one question before I go. And I know it's wrong, but I still need to know. I still need to know. Do you miss me when you're out on the town?
So the next artist or the next band that we've got is going to be Holiday. But before we get on to that, we actually saw Holiday live. We played them on Wigwam's bandwagon twice, actually, over the last few weeks, ahead of the gig that we had at the Bedford, the Wigwam Jam live. But you were saying earlier you enjoyed Emma and the Fragments.
Yeah, they're really good.
JJ Lovegrove was, something a little bit different, wasn't it? Very good at what she does, very ethereal.
Yeah.
and Halo, and I know I think they were a little bit nervous, you know. But
It's quite a big gig for them, really.
yeah, but they did really well. It was a great way to start it off. I thought, you know, a bit ambient, a bit prog-like, you know, conceptual album, wasn't it? You know, so he was talking us through
together,
it.
Yeah,
I
into their
enjoyed
final
that.
10-minute song at the end.
Yeah, that really shows my age, doesn't it? Because I enjoyed that, you know, even though we were panicking before nobody might turn up or anything like that. But we got more gigs coming up, Dean.
Yeah.
We do. When
is the next one?
The next one is the 23rd of November, and that is, again, Wigwam Jam Live. The 4 acts are just being finalised now. So I think Paul Ewan's going to be one. But we've got, it's going to be at the Camden Club, obviously in Camden,
Very
opposite the
cool.
Roundhouse. It is cool. It is cool. It's it's compact, but it's really well set out. And like the Bedford, you tell me the sound is fantastic.
Sounds great, yeah.
Yeah, so
These venues have to have incredible sound because they've got a reputation to uphold.
yeah, exactly. I think that's what they dine out on, really, isn't it? Is the sound quality, and people, as a consequence, want to play there. And so we're looking forward to that. So very soon, hopefully, by the time this is aired, tickets will be available on the Wigwam website, and obviously through Jamma, etc. as well. So we advise anybody to get their tickets, because last time it sold out.
Yeah.
So we could, yeah. There's one thing I also want to mention before we get stuck into holiday is now our good friends at Tune Media, they brought out their new version or their new edition of Tune magazine.
Yeah.
And it's got, you won't have heard of Mal Pope, will you?
No.
In Wales, Mal Pope was a bit of a legend. I don't think he sang. Did he sing Fireman Sam or something like that? Something like that.
Not heard of it.
You know Fireman Sam, surely, like
As in
like
the cartoon?
Postman Pat
Yeah.
type of thing. Yeah. Anyway, I digress. Anyway, we got a full page spread in the latest one, all about the Wigwam Jam podcast. So we're getting famous, Dean. We're
Very
getting
famous,
there. We're
yeah.
getting there. So people in South Wales and the valleys know all about us now.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to holiday.
Back to holiday.
Back now. Which track would you like first?
WOA. Is that the lesson?
Yeah, it is, and it means work of art. And when we saw them, it was the song they finished with, wasn't it? I think it's their signature piece. But they were good, weren't they? I loved the start when they played "Nothing Compares to You." You know, it was a tribute to Sinead O'Connor.
Yeah.
And
Just like drum machine loop playing, and
it was like a 2-minute introduction, a very bluesy introduction. The two fellas were T and Jesse. I remember these things. They, they were enjoying themselves. And when I interviewed them afterwards, they said it was something they came up with whilst they were on tour. So for all the friends and stalwarts of the podcast, Holiday are from Australia, and they came all the way over, not just to play for us at the Bedford, but
that was the main reason.
it was the main reason. But they did a tour of the strangest places. Obviously England and parts of England, but they went to the valleys in Wales. They went to Ireland, and they went to Wokingham.
Yeah, well, they did the local record shop.
But they went to London as well.
Yeah.
And they did a sterling job. So we're going to play WOA, are we?
Yeah.
Dino,
start with that
run that rhythm.
one. Nathan, every time.
You can edit that out if you want.
She's the baddest social worker, and we just follow closely to her heart. And where she's gotta go, who knows for sure? What will tear her apart?
Nathan better show up tomorrow.
He is. That's why he's not turned up today. He was like, I need to.
He better be resting in bed.
He sent me a voice note last night saying, I'm in bed, eating a tie. I was like, that's not going to make you feel better. He was like,
Well, flush
No,
your system through, right?
He was like, yeah, it will. I was like,
Yeah, so tomorrow we're going to go see Sour Kicks, 10-year anniversary show. It's going to be good fun.
It is. It's a home gig for them, isn't it? It's going to be
With a
really good.
star in.
I'm looking forward to it. It's incredible. They've been going 10 years.
That means Amelie was 7,
Yeah.
which I think is what they told us
They
last
did,
month.
they did.
Yeah.
But I thought they meant that they were, knocking on pots and pans at
Yeah.
the age of 7. Not,
Yeah.
but obviously they're not all the same age. But
No.
no, looking forward to it. It's gonna be a good night. Yeah.
So actually the next Jamma gig is the 12th of October. Let's do Nathan's promo while he's not here. At the Rose. They're doing like a bit of a hospitality night with Sour Kicks and an acoustic set.
What's the Rose?
It's a sort of bar restaurant in Wigwam. But they got
I know it.
Yeah, they got a really nice room upstairs called, I think it's like the Oakman Room or something. Well, they've just made a new cocktail menu for the upstairs bar. So it should be quite a nice event.
And that's in October.
October the 12th, yeah. And then there's another one.
How'd you get tickets? Or do you just turn up?
The hospitality one, I think, is invite only.
No way.
But then the one after in November is with George Bone, and it'll just be free entry.
Fantastic.
I
That's
can't remember
the
the
Rose
date.
in Wokingham.
The Rose Inn, yeah.
Sour Kicks, George Bone.
Yeah.
Excellent. Oh, that's excellent.
Yeah.
Look forward to that. So we got one last track to play from Holiday. Did you know that the lead singer, she's from Windsor?
Is it?
She
didn't know
emigrated to Australia. And they'll be back next year because when they bring out their album, they'll be going on tour properly. And they're hoping to play with us again. We'll see. Obviously, we'd love to. They were great. The next one's called Next Best Friend.
Next Best Friend.
No, it's a good track, isn't it? It's a good track. So let's play it.
Yeah, here's Next Best Friend.
You shift this stand, take a look. So you don't wanna feel like you're alone. You shift this place to a world of your own. Did you ever feel you could call your You think you're talking about it?
No word of you.
Click with your fingers, but this connection sounds true. You press caps to shout it.
Like you're
This new
alive.
world will be lost without you.
You shift this place in a world of your own.
Do you ever feel that you're alone? Hold me down. Don't let me out.
Don't let me out.
So, Dino,
Yeah.
I'm delighted to say we're joined by Bone Idol.
Hello.
Come on,
Thank you very
let's
much.
have it. It's like being on Soccer AM, isn't it, Bone?
That's it. We're chuffed with it. No, we are. Thank you very much.
Bone Idol. Now, I've got to ask, before we get started into anything, when I was a kid, I was always being called Bone Idol. Your manager / dad over there probably knows exactly what I mean. So where did the name Bone Idol come from?
From the manager / dad. Yeah, exactly that. Yeah. No, I think it was me and Alfie. Dan wasn't there that day. We come down from where we record, which we call our studio. It's not proper, but we come down and I think we were being a bit lazy that day. So that's what he called me. And we'd never heard that name before. So we thought, wow, that rings. And Alf loved it. So we thought, we'll go for it.
Fantastic name for the band. Well done, Dad. So we got Dan, we got Braden, and we got Alfie.
Yeah.
A three-piece. Where are you from, boys?
All from Reading.
Yeah,
Wow,
All from Reading.
All from Reading.
Local.
That's it.
Local boys. So, and what kind of music do you play?
Indie rock, sort of.
rock,
Yeah.
rock,
Yeah.
that
Proper
sort of
rock.
stuff.
Yeah, we've heard you. We've had you on the bandwagon on Radio Wigwam 4 times now. Which is no mean feat. And as I'm sure our viewers can see, you're only whippersnappers, really, aren't you?
Yeah, we're only babies.
Yeah. So I believe one of you's in school still.
Yeah, I'm still in sick form.
That's
Nothing
it.
wrong with that, my friend. Nothing wrong with that. And what are you doing, Braden?
At the minute, I'm working with my old man,
All right.
but then laying everything on the table. Really, this is what we want to do.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Why not?
that's it.
Absolutely.
Following it.
What are you up to, Alfie?
I work at IKEA. To embarrass
Oh, that's all right. I can
Do
pay
you
us
get a
some money.
discount on
don't
Fat
I?
Pack?
I do, yeah.
It's got to have its perks, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So how'd you get started? Who influences you? What that sort of stuff?
So, I mean, we've always been big fans of rock. I mean, me and Alfie have been friends since we were must have been about
I
four,
can't- yeah, I
3
don't
or
know.
4.
Don't
We've
even
been
know.
best mates our whole
Worst
lives.
time
and
of my life.
It's the only genre we love it. We love rock, anything like that. Oasis, all these lot. And then we met Dan because we're best mates with his brother. So yeah,
Not Dan.
Not
Not
Dan.
Dan himself.
No, of course not.
For ages, my brother, they were like, oh yeah, we want to get something going. And then my brother was, oh yeah, my brother plays the drums, And you lot were like, nah, we're all right, we'll wait a little bit. And then eventually one day, they were like, yeah, go on then. I had an electric kit up in my room. So them two came round and then...
So what do you listen to? Who inspired you as a drummer?
Oh God! Well, I used to do drum lessons, and I'd do drum heroes, where you go through like every 2 weeks sort of thing. You'd do a new drummer, and I can remember like doing the Beatles with like Ringo Starr and Chad Smith, Matt Helders. Them three stick out for me.
Oh, fantastic! And what about you two boys? What kind of things do you like to learn from?
Well, to be fair, I would take most of my... Well, I've always been a big fan of Oasis, to be honest. They were the main people. I just like their swagger, their sort of, they massive name. Sort of 90s rock. But yeah, anyone like that really, like Red Hot Chili Peppers I like quite a lot. Stone Roses are another one which I thought was wicked. But yeah, really for me it's 90s rock.
Well, your sound is definitely influenced by it.
Yeah.
It's classical indie rock,
That's
British indie rock.
British, yeah.
And it's great stuff. Say we've had you 4 times on now, and so these boys are 16 to 18. That is some
17 to
achievement.
19.
17 to 19.
Yeah, that's the one.
Were you listening?
17 to 19.
Well, that was. But, no, but they're doing really well for lads so young. So what have you been up to then? How long have you been going?
We started like this year. Gigging this year.
Gigging this year.
Unofficially,
2023.
probably almost 3 years now.
Yeah.
But that was just up in
Yeah, that
my
was
room.
messing about,
That's it,
figuring
yeah.
yourselves out.
But we've had Sunburn Cider for... That's probably...
Yeah, that's been like a little baby. It was
Yeah.
one of the first songs we wrote. Apart from a song called The Lion's Jaw, which was awful. It was just terrible, but we thought, yeah, why not? But nah.
But no...
Sunburn Cider we've had for a while, but we didn't actually do anything.
So I believe
with.
that was the first track you said.
That was, yeah.
And we loved it immediately.
Yeah.
And I was asked to bring you in a bit earlier for one of the podcasts. And I said, oh well, we've got to see what the follow up is like. So you got to do at least 2 tracks on this.
Exactly that.
This
Yeah.
podcast. And fair play. Numbers 2, 3, and 4 have absolutely been fantastic.
No,
so
thank you.
What kind of reception have you had? Obviously, you've got a lot of mates of your age,
Yeah.
but outside of your group of mates,
Yeah.
what kind of reception have you had about your sound and your energy.
Yeah, we've had a lot of audiences enjoy it. To be honest, a lot of older people as well. Like most of our gigs as well, it's a bit half and half. We've got a lot of younger people, but then half the audience are all like in their 50s, and they love it. It's just
The people that were into Oasis.
that's it, and that's probably the reason why they sort of like the sound, because that's sort of what we would want to do, is bring it back a bit. Because I don't know everything. I love modern rock and all that sort of stuff, but I feel like the 80s and 90s rock is sort of something that was lost in time. So it'd be nice to bring it back a bit.
We even have like people come from like over the road. There's like when we played at the Butler, there's this thing called the Irish Club on the other side.
Is that still there?
Yeah, it's still there.
Still going, yeah.
And I just was going back to like tune my guitar or something, and someone was like, "Are you in the band?" I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Oh, a few of us are just coming from the Irish Club because you sound great." And I was like, "Oh, great."
It's nice to hear. It's really nice to hear.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that's
so
like
you've
all the
been
old-
gigging around Reading.
Yeah, just Reading.
Just Reading. So the Butler in Reading, and as you said, in Tilehurst as well, I think.
Like Purley Club, the Plough, the Victoria, our local, and well, that's where we're going next.
Yeah,
I'm sure that it won't take long before you venture outside of there.
No, hopefully not.
Outside of Arches.
We've done a private one, haven't we?
We done a 40th
near
birthday. I
Wallingford.
think it was. Was it 40th or 50th birthday?
50th,
yeah.
That was
It's got to be done. They
near
love
Wallingford.
it.
That's the furthest we ventured
I
out.
hope you
so
charged
far.
them for it.
Yeah,
we did actually. Yeah,
Learned a little bit off that night.
yeah. Good result.
So there's a lot of indie rock around
Yeah.
at the moment. What stands out with Bone Idol? What's your edge? Do you have a gimmick on stage?
Well, there was one thing we did which was a bit different. At the first Butler gig we did, my acoustic guitar, because we use tuner pedals, but the pedal wasn't picking up the acoustic guitar. I must have been because it was so loud.
No,
in there and
you
stuff.
didn't tune it.
I didn't tune it. That was it. Yeah, I didn't tune it, and then we come to try and do it on there, and it didn't work. So we had to run out. So we did a little improvise.
I was just like, I'll just start playing something. Braden just freestyle because he is always singing and he's always either rapping, just freestyling something. So I'm just there. I was like, Braden, just sing something. So I'm just there drumming like a hip hop beat sort of, and Braden's just freestyling about Alfie's guitar's broken or.
That's it, just rhyming with about anything.
It sounds like to me Eminem can rest easy.
Yeah, well, that's it. But no, on stage we like to try and get the audience as riled up as possible. Really, we really do. Yeah,
at these guys' age, I think that's not hard to do, is it? Have that energy.
We like to think it comes quite naturally. Yeah, definitely. Jumping about on stage.
So what's on the horizon for Bone Idol? What have you got coming up in the back end of 23 and 2024?
Album.
Yeah.
We've got to turn 18 first.
Exactly.
Nah, that's a month today.
A month today.
Isn't it? No, we want to release an album, but we want enough hype for it. But we got quite a lot of we got a lot of songs written.
Yeah.
Just need finalising touches
all in the
and then we want to get it all recorded definitely. But that's something coming up for us, and then we want to start touching base on sort of smaller festivals and stuff like that as well, because that's something that we need to get into sort of mandatory for the
you need I suppose you're a good advocate of this on average, right?
Just waiting for
no. As a tip, for some people who are just starting out, how many hours of gigs do you reckon people have to go through before
they're good enough?
You're not good enough. Just have enough experience, let's say, to go into festivals. There's all sorts of festivals. Let's face it.
Yeah, I don't think it necessarily comes down to experience. I think it just comes down to how good your songs are. Because if the songs are good and you're an incredibly tight band, you could do 2 gigs and be on a decent festival stage somewhere.
So then, there we go. 2024 all sorted.
Just don't spam the same email to every festival promoter because they will ignore you.
Yeah.
And we were saying earlier just about how I've been running Woking Festival last month and already been inundated by like 100 acts. And they're all just like cold call emails. And most of them don't even have a song link on to listen to.
Oh, they're just asking to play.
Yeah, we're like, we saw the festival was on and it's going to happen again. We've not even announced the date for 2024 yet. or any of that. They're already just presuming it's going to happen.
Keen at least.
Yeah, and they're all just shit.
Mental, yeah.
Okay, there's one or two that might be interesting, but most of them are just awful.
You've got to give them dedication.
Well, you know, it's like
Carry on.
It's like on the radio, the amount you have to listen to get to the good ones. You know, and you know, so when things do come through, and these guys are good. You're going to like them, Dean. What are you going to play for us tonight, boys?
So we're going to go with Smoker Stroker and Rainy.
Seeing as you're young and keen, do you want to say hello to anybody or anything like that?
Well, I don't know. Hello, Mum. That's what I'll say.
Look at me, I'm on the
Hello,
internet,
Mum.
man.
Hello, Harrison and Amelia and Madison. That's it. That's what I'll say.
Yeah, it's just what
And
YouTube
Ella.
wants.
And Liv.
My friends at school today were like, "Oh yeah, go on, give us a shout out."
There you go.
all of cricket's out there, big ups.
Yeah, love it.
And Liv and Mum and Dad.
Yeah.
And my brother.
Go on, Alfie.
I don't want to shout
No,
out.
No,
you're
Alfie,
all right.
yeah, charming. His girlfriend will be happy. Shout out, Kate.
Well, Bone Idol, thank you very much for coming in.
Thank
we can't
you.
wait to see your tunes. And these guys are great. So thanks for coming in.
Thank
And
Thank you very
we
much.
look forward to the new tracks and everything in 23 and 24.
Yeah.
Round of
Cheers.
applause for
Cheers.
Bone Idol.
Thank you. Cheers. Thank you.
Hello, we're Bone Idol, and this is Rainy. Take two. I'm sitting by your windowsill with no one left to hear you kill your ties. I'm sitting by your window still. I wonder if you let me in tonight. It's when the lightning strikes in the sky of a sun-hot day. Your soul falls apart and you come to me to escape the rain. Warm eyed feeling, you can feel it like a rush for the train falling on rollerblades. We're knocking at the new front door. Will anyone let me in today? I broke in by your back door. I just need a place to stay. So when the lightning strikes in the sky of a sun-hot day, your soul falls apart and you come to me to escape the rain. Warm-eyed feeling, you can feel it like a rush for the train falling on the rollerblades. In the sky of a sun-hot day, your soul falls apart and you come to me to escape the rain. Warm-eyed feeling, you can feel it like the rush for the train falling on rollerblades. Well, it's raining, yeah, it's cold outside. I think I'll find a place for us to hide.
Yeah, we're Bone Idol with Radio Wigwam, and we're playing Smoker Stroker acoustic. Ready, boys?
Walking around in the same old place, while advocating for your life that you led to waste. Taking your chains, we're taking them away. Your white lies like a ghost today. Saw him by the coast in the summer air. He should be happy, but he's pulling out his hair. A cigarette away from a nasty surprise. So pray your luck is in today and then run dry. You smoke a stroker. You smoke a stroker. You smoker. You smoker. You smoker. You smoke a stroker. Missing the train, it never phased this guy. Well, being late for work, it paved his smile. So careless to fight for an alibi. You smoke a stroker. You smoke a stroker. You smoker. You smoker. You smoker. You smoke a stroker. You smoke a stroker. You smoke a stroker. You smoker. You smoker. You smoker. You smoke a stroker. You smoke a stroker. You smoke a stroker. You smoker. You smoker. You smoker. You smoke a stroker.
Beautiful. Lovely.
Fantastic, mate.
Nice one, boys.
So we've had 5 great acts tonight. We've had the brilliant lads of Bone Idol.
Yep.
Paul Ewan, who's obviously going to be playing at hopefully going to be playing at the Wigwam Jam live at the Camden Club on November the 23rd. Holiday, Emma and the Fragments.
Yeah, and Michael Burns-Peake.
Absolutely brilliant. Yet again, now, did you know? Well, I'm sure you know, but obviously lots of people listen to this on Radio Wigwam. They watch it on YouTube. But did you know we're also on all podcast platforms?
No, it's sort of all of them now.
Well, pretty much. Spotify, Audible, Deezer.
Great work.
And more. And more. I can't, I don't know. Which one's your personal favourite?
I'd use Spotify.
Yeah, same here,
Yeah.
to be honest. Cost me enough. But yeah, it's on all of those, so you can listen to it at leisure. Make sure you like them. Make sure you share them, people. And yeah, long may it continue.
Haven't you got one of your other shows on Spotify as well?
Oh, yeah. I
So a
don't need
couple
a
there.
second invitation to plug that. The Frank Palangi Studio of Rock interviews. So he's interviewed some fantastic people, that have been in the sort of metal and rock circuit, from the last 30 years. He was the last person to interview. You're going to have to cut this bit. and Frank was the last person to interview him, and obviously that's on the Radio Wigwam YouTube as well and podcast. So it's going great guns. And by the way, if you go onto it, you'll see my tour of Frank's studio of rock.
Is that from your holiday this summer?
It was for my holiday in upstate New York. It was great fun, fair play. It was good to interview him for a change. He's normally interviewing people. He's really good. The poor Flamer, it all burned down a couple of years ago. So we all helped crowdfund it, and it's back to its glory. And it was really good, really fun. Boiling up, but really fun.
Yeah.
So that's it for another month, Dean.
Yeah,
When's
another show done.
When's the next one?
Well, we should really be cracking on with it soon. I feel like I've got about 3 days to edit before we go live.
Yeah, but it makes it fresh, doesn't it?
Yeah,
it makes
keeps
it
it
fresh.
exciting.
Yeah, exactly.
But as well, make sure Nathan's got a post up on the jobs board on Jamma, just so people can apply and send their tracks to us to feature.
Yeah, make sure you're registered on Wigwam as well to get your airplay. And I suppose the most important thing is we have to keep Nathan out of the pub before the next edition.
We've got a stag do to go to, so I think it's going to be quite difficult to do.
Where's that going to be then?
We're going to Dublin for a weekend. We'll have to record it before we go.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I don't think I'll be in any fit state after that trip. I think it's like 15 of us going. It's going to be ridiculous. It'll be a lot of fun though.
Of course.
I can't wait.
Of course. Full of culture in Dublin.
Yeah, we're just going to drink Guinness and wear some shit shirts.
You surprise me. Yeah. Well, have fun, Dean.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next month.
Yeah. I'll have like a leprechaun on my shoulder or something when we come back.